so mad. I was so mad.
Okay, welcome.
I'm Cameron.
I'm Andrew, and today we're going to be looking at 3 different German beers. Now, in front of us right here, it's not necessarily a German beer. It's a German style. It's a Weizen.
It's brewed in Japan, but still a German style beer. So
that's the first beer we'll be looking at, and next we're going to
bring out the
Kostritzer, however you say it.
Schwarzbier.
Schwarzbier is German for black beer, and it's basically just a big, dark beer that definitely doesn't taste like it looks. So, looking forward to that. And finally,
this is a neat find that we got. It's an alt.
An alt beer. I don't even want to try and say that name. It's you can make it out. The bottle's in German. It says Dopplesticke on it, Dopplesticke, but yeah, everything online that we saw about it called it an alt beer. It's pretty hefty, 8.5%. So we'll save that baby for last. So let's get started with our Japanese Weizen from Hitachino Nest Brewery. Okay, so real nice.
It's very light
color. It's definitely a filtered beer. You can see right through it. Almost kind of like straw. It looks like a macro lager in the glass.
It does. It's very, very clean and clear.
Not very tight carbonation on the top. It's definitely not a very carbonated beer, and that's kind of bizarre for a Weiss beer. The wheat bill makes the beer a lot more carbonated, but this is looking not very carbonated at all.
And it's not sticking around. It could be that it's a little bit older.
That's possible. I wonder if there's a bottling date on here. I don't see one, but it looks like there's a code. No, let's give it a shot. Give it an aroma. I'm not going to taste it yet. Okay, so you're getting some nice wheat qualities. Banana. Lots of banana.
Good banana.
Definitely no hops
really
at all.
Light. Yeah, there's no hops. I suspect this is old.
You suspect it's old? Well, there shouldn't be any hops in a Weiss beer.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. You should. I mean, it's very little, if any. But it smells very light, sweet, but totally banana driven. No bubblegum at all.
Yeah.
I can take that back. There's maybe a little bit coming from the mixture of the sweetness and the banana, but there's not that distinct bubblegum flavor.
The banana is definitely predominant compared to the bubblegum.
But that's really all I'm getting on the nose. No.
Yeah, cheers.
Super light, watery mouthfeel. There's
there's a little carbonation in there. There's a mixed mouthfeel. It's about medium, I'd say. I mean, it's light, but like.
I think it's super light. I think it's got the mouthfeel of a Budweiser. Just totally washes right
keep
back.
Drinking that. Get a little bit of sweetness.
Yeah, definitely less banana in the taste than in the aroma, but a lot more of those standard kind of malt flavors in the taste. I'm almost positive they don't use any adjuncts, so it's not like we're getting any corn or rice, but
I mean,
overall,
it will be hard to tell the difference. I mean, it's tastier than a Budweiser, but it's that same mouthfeel.
Yeah, definitely. But they're doing it right. Even though it's a Japanese brewery, they're really, making sure that the traditional German qualities in a Weiss beer come through. And even though it's a little light, it's a little kind of, one note, it's definitely a nice beer to drink on a nice day like this. We're outside today 'cause it's so beautiful here in Gainesville.
Second day in a row it's been like this.
Yeah, not a cloud in the sky.
Starts off cold in the morning and clears up to a beautiful day.
Well,
Good beer drinking days.
We're going to continue to sip on these in this beautiful weather.
We'll get back to you.
Okay, we're back with this Hitachino Nest Weizen. And overall, it's a nice drinkable beer. but nothing spectacular.
Yeah, as we sipped on it, we found it developed a little bit more of a grassy type flavor.
Near the end, yeah,
It's got a bitter note at the end, is what it is.
We were questioning whether or not it was even a top fermented beer. If it was an ale, we thought they might lager this beer, but turns out it's an ale.
I have to say, it's a very sessionable Hefeweizen. You could easily drink 2 or 3 of these.
Oh yeah, with these. It's a small bottle. I've seen some of their other beers around in town. This is the first one I've ever picked up by them.
Mm-hmm.
But it'd be interesting to see how they interpret some Western styles at a Japanese brewery.
Yeah, this is a good first start for them. So
let's get the final chug.
Cheers.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're not exactly drinking local today, but regardless, drink fresh.
And drink local.
Cheers.
And we're back.
Beer number 2 for German Beer Day. We have a Schwarzbier, one of my favorite styles. This is really a style that got me into beer. I was in, what city is it? Dresden, in high school, and I had the opportunity to have one of these at a bar. I don't know what it was, but it was a random bar in Dresden. And I looked at it and I was like, oh, cool, nice dark beer. And then you taste it and you're like, oh, wait, something's going on here. Something weird. So
we're going to pop open this Kostritzer and let's see if we can get a nose on it.
We were debating about the pronunciation because it's not necessarily a TZ, it's like a special letter in the German alphabet that I don't know. Yeah. Pours a nice dark brown.
Yeah, pours really dark, the nice tan head.
And get it all out. We'll have the whole thing. Why not? Okay. Yeah, so
Oh yeah.
when it's all in there together, it's pretty sludgy looking. Like you're not going to see anything through it, but there's some brown around the edges.
Yeah, it's definitely brownish if you can get a light up to it, but it's very, very dark. Hard to see through.
Pours a nice head too. Some tight bubbles on there.
Mm-hmm. It sticks around.
Yeah, but nice looking beer.
Let's see if we can get a nose on this.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Right away, nice roasted malt.
Oh yeah.
But still, it's a lager. That,
yeah, no, that definitely
if you're
comes
familiar
through.
with lagers, there's no way this is going to fool you once you stick your nose in it. It's got
There's some
that,
sweet characteristics, but it's definitely malt driven.
yeah, the grassiness kind of comes through in the back, but up front, coffee, caramel.
I like the fancy glasses.
Cheers.
Good taste.
Okay.
Wow,
Not like I remember.
that's interesting.
Definitely a more subdued, darker malt character than what I thought was going to happen there. On the nose, you get kind of some rich, like deep malt notes, like dark. I don't know, like I don't want to say dark caramel or dark coffee because it's not in the chocolate range, but
No,
there's some of the more richer notes. I don't even think I could say if there's any like dark fruit, really no fruity
no,
characteristics.
it has no fruity. I don't really get chocolate from. I do get a little coffee, not a very strong coffee though, and I get a little sweetness from it too.
Mostly caramel and toffee, I think,
Mhm.
are where we're at. But when you drink it, definitely a lot more of the lager going on in
yeah.
the mouth.
And it's a very, very light flavor in your mouth. The carbonation holds up really well with it.
I think it's probably a little heavier in the mouth than the Weizen we just had,
Mm-hmm.
but still very light mouthfeel.
Slides right over the tongue.
Yeah, there's like a strange kind of flavor I've been picking up. Like the last time I had a Schwarzbier at a bar, I got it too. This one not so much, but I don't want to say kind of like a doughy. I mean that could be right. Like kind of like a bready character.
I mean, yeah, you can get that from your lagers.
but like not like cooked bread, like dough, like yeast, you know.
Yeah, no, I can see what you're saying.
Yeah. Yeah, a nice beer. Definitely a fan of the Schwarzbier.
Oh no, that's tasty.
So let's continue to
It's again
sip on these.
really sessionable,
Okay.
and continue to sip on this, and we'll get right back to you.
We going?
Yeah, we're live.
Okay.
Now, as it's warming up, we're noticing a very strong raisin flavor.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty dumb that we didn't say raisin
that dark
before.
kind of fruit. But I mean, oftentimes when I find beers are really cold, you lose so much on the nose.
Yeah, even a beer that's supposed to be served pretty cold, 60 degrees or so. Not 60, sorry, 60 degrees, like 45 degrees, 40 degrees, like this Schwarzbier. It doesn't reveal all that's really in there, I don't think. So let it sit in your glass for a few minutes, trying to figure out.
Definitely take your time,
what's lurking beneath the
enjoy the
surface.
beer. Don't just guzzle it down, although it's very tasty.
But yeah, raisin I don't think's coming through so much on the mouth, but the nose is definitely got some fruit.
Mm-hmm.
Really sweet fruit, you know.
Mm-hmm. But a dark kind of sweetness.
Yeah. I really like it. I'm a big
No,
fan.
it's very tasty.
Yeah, I haven't had too many Schwarzbiers. It's, you know, they're not that common in the United States. You have to get them imported. But they're worth looking out.
Yeah,
worth
I
looking
would
out
say
for.
if you can find them, give them a try, because they are a very sessionable style and very enjoyable.
Well, let's get the final gulp. Yep.
Not too bad of
Nice
legs on
lacing
it.
on the glass. I don't know if there's any legs, but
Uh,
it's a low ABV beer. I can hear my cat licking himself next to me. But yeah, so
until next time,
drink fresh.
and drink local. Cheers.
Are we back?
We are back with beer number 3 of our German day. This is a German alt beer.
Apparently it's an alt beer. It doesn't say that anywhere on here. It
Yes,
says,
it does. It says
Nope.
it up here at the top.
never mind.
It
Okay.
says alt.
Alt, you're right. I'm wrong. Alt.
So, it's a Dopplesticke, which I'm not sure what that means.
It's
I
in one of
love
these
the
great bottle.
yeah. Any
Okay.
bottle with the, I guess it's almost like a latch top. I'm not
Yeah.
sure what the technical name for it is,
Like
but
that.
I'm a huge fan.
Now, this is
'Cause
a
it's
beer
reusable.
that was brewed in 2008. So it's now 5 years old. It's an 8.5% beer. You can age a beer with that much alcohol, and alt beers are super malt driven,
Mm-hmm.
and you're not going to lose any
Hop
hop
characteristics.
character because it wasn't there to begin with. So we're really excited. I've never even heard of this before, but we saw it in this new store we checked out today, and had to pick it up. It wasn't that expensive. Like
For anyone in Gainesville, it's a triple brews out
$5.99.
on 75th and 24th Street,
let's see what it looks
Southwest.
like. Okay,
Nice
what I would expect.
caramel color.
Yeah. It's definitely dark. When it's all
Mhm.
in there together, it gives off some nice reddish hues, but pouring it, it looks pretty brown. I hope you can still hear us. There's a motorcycle.
Or something.
Beautiful, nice,
Mhm.
off-white, kind of khaki carbonation. Big bubbles that are dissipating fast because of the alcohol, but
Mm-hmm.
it's definitely got, yeah, you can see that it's a little viscous.
Mm-hmm. I
Looks
mean,
very nice in the
I'm not
glass.
familiar with alt beers as a style. I've had maybe 1 or 2 other ones.
Yeah, we definitely had the alt that was in the Sam Adams.
Yeah, it was a Durf's
Yeah, whatever.
special
What's
alt
that
or something.
contest they do? What's it called?
It's the long shot
Yeah,
brewing
yeah.
contest.
So
And
that,
it was all right. It was pretty good. I think it was my favorite beer out of the 3.
it was real sticky.
Yeah.
But definitely, it was our kind of introduction to alt. But let's get an aroma on this.
Immediately just get
Beautiful.
sweetness.
There's almost like
A
some
little bit of fruit.
some barrel characters. If
Mhm.
you might be fooled into thinking this is a barrel-aged beer. It's not. Yeah, some nice sweet caramel. Oh yeah. Even I read rum and you could see why someone would say that.
Yeah, that sweetness mixed with a kind of alcohol kind of twinge you get to it.
But I think the first thing you get is definitely like an herbaceous quality. There's some maybe tea-like kind of flavors. That might be from the hops. It could be an aggressively hopped beer, I don't know. But because it's been sitting around, so whatever hops were in there have definitely mellowed out.
I'm not sure. I'm really excited to see what this tastes like, though, because as far as the nose, it's got a really complex nose. And it might even be too cold to pick out all the elements.
Oh, yeah.
Even though it's pretty warm being the third
Pretty
beer.
room temperature, yeah. Okay. That's very cool.
Yes. Wow.
Oh, wow. I mean, it really takes you on a roller coaster. I mean, now all I can think about is that awesome bitterness that's lingering
around.
And I'm
but
like,
it's just like it
where
went
did that come from?
sweet to just
Let's taste it again because I got to think about that.
almost it's intense. Is what I have to say.
Yeah, it starts off those nice sweet notes. Maybe even some dark fruit, but
I feel like that bitterness is kind of a coffee type bitterness though. Or maybe cocoa.
in the middle of the mouth is definitely where it peaks.
Mm-hmm.
It really gets kind of that intense, maybe even cinnamon.
Mm-hmm. A very herbal type flavor comes through.
Yeah, you can tell that
it peaks with the sweetness that creates a very savory flavor in your mouth.
Yeah, there were a lot of hops in this.
Mm-hmm.
It's 8. Okay, we're back after some technical difficulties. I believe the last thing I said was that there used to be, or there appeared to be, a lot of hops in this beer. It's leaving a intense bitterness at the back, and it's really mellowed out and done some awesome things over the 5 years.
This is an old beer. It was brewed in 2008, so I mean that's more than enough time for it to develop some special flavors.
It's a cool beer.
Let's get a fine chug on it.
I don't know. Let's get one more.
All right.
Now it's gotten a little bit warmer, but it was at a pretty nice temperature when we poured it.
Mm-hmm. I feel like get a little more of the herbal flavors coming through. I mean, the bitter mixed with the herbal makes it kind of hard to distinguish what type of herbal flavor it is.
Yeah, I feel like at the back of the palate, when you get that bitterness, it's almost like the malts come in there, it peaks right in the middle, and then things kind of turn off. It's like as if the guitar player plays the note with his volume turned down and like slowly brings it back in, and it's like, oh, what's happening? There's something developing in my mouth.
Just crescendos.
It really crescendos even after you swallow it. It's musical beer.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now I think it might be time for the final shot.
All right. Cheers. Really tasty.
The most subtle amount of alcohol warmth to let you know that it's there. But
it's so well balanced is what it is.
The herb character kind of just carries over throughout the whole thing. It really just sings.
And it goes into your mouth beer. Sweet into bitter and just all over your palate. Just really excites you.
Yeah. If you can find it, get it and age it and enjoy it because it's awesome. And it was a great way to end our German beer day. So I think we should sign off and say,
until next time, drink fresh.
And drink German.
I'm a soul